I'm here with Elsa Tsioumani of the BeneLex project. Elsa, can you tell us what's been your role in the project?
Well, I've been exploring and assessing applications of fair and equitable benefit sharing in the areas of land, food and agriculture.
And what's benefit sharing got to do with agriculture?
Well, farmers have been exchanging seeds and agricultural knowledge for centuries. Until recently, agricultural innovation was led by farmers and depended upon these exchange systems to both ensure sustainable production and conserve agricultural biodiversity. Agricultural biodiversity refers to the outcome of interactions among genetic resources, the seed, the knowledge of farmers and their management techniques, and the overall environment. The modernization of agriculture and the Green Revolution increased food production dramatically through scientific and technological advances. However, it resulted in uniform crop varieties and therefore the erosion of biological diversity, as well as the marginalization of farmers' practices in favor of corporate-led innovation supported by intellectual property rights. So in this overall context, fair and equitable benefit sharing can be conceptualized as first an incentive to both ensure, recognize and reward farmers' contribution to food security and conservation of agricultural biodiversity, as a development tool to allow farmers, if they so wish, take advantage of modern varieties and technologies, and as a defensive tool to protect exactly those farmers' practices from intellectual property rights.
And so can we say that benefit sharing has worked in the agricultural sectors, and when has it not worked?
Okay, the picture has certainly been mixed. I basically explored the multilateral system of access and benefit sharing of the International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture. In short, we can say that benefit sharing falls short of its promises. Benefit sharing was born in the 90s with a very noble intent, as we saw. However, since there have been dramatic changes in the global legal and policy framework with the establishment of the World Trade Organization and the TRIPS agreement, the agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights. So, for instance, the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources, it did establish a highly sophisticated system for exchanges of plant genetic resources to ensure food security. However, it failed to legally enforce benefit sharing. Okay, to be fair, the international treaty was successful in many ways. It has facilitated hundreds of thousands of exchanges of plant genetic resources to support particularly public agricultural research. It has also supported the capacity building for utilization of plant genetic resources in many countries and communities that needed it. However, these successes have been overshadowed by expectations for monetary benefit sharing, and this is only natural in the context of growing global inequities resulting from trade policies and from regional and bilateral trade and investment agreements, from this intensification of neoliberal policies globally. In this context, the treaty is trying to support a sharing ethos when it comes to plant genetic resources, and this effort to support a sharing ethos comes in conflict with a system that increasingly transforms both genetic resources and knowledge into commodities. Is there some hope? Yes, although the picture of international law is rather gloom, I do believe that there are rays of hope coming from the grassroots level. There are increasingly novel communities being created on the basis of values, not profit, that do conserve agricultural biodiversity and keep exchanging seeds for the sake of food security. I think that now, more than ever, the international community needs to redefine what needs to stay in the public domain, what can be managed as a commons, and what can be privatized. Thank you.